Matthew Stafford and the Rams head to London on Sunday, face Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Rams 3-point favorites in London. Matthew Stafford and the Rams had an odd victory, to say the least, in Baltimore on Sunday, in which they won 17-3. But it was weird because it felt like they were almost outplayed in the first half. You know, they were tied at halftime, credit 3-3, but they had one good drive, and then which ultimately they missed a field goal, and then Stafford, credit John Jenkins, he forced a fumble and then scooped it up, covered it. Derrick Henry had a solid day, but the offense of the Ravens, which is why they went to Tyler Huntley, late in the game, it just didn't really go so well. They got stopped on the 1 yard line. Nate Landman, who had a great day, he had 17 tackles for the Rams. Matthew Stafford ultimately got going in the second half, but 17 of 26 for a $181 and a touchdown. Now, a key thing regarding this game is they'll likely not have Puka Nacua at least for this game, so that's a bit of a detriment. But the good news is Tyler Higbee, good to have him, and good to have Devontae Adams along with that defense pass rush. So we'll see in London. As for the Jags, look, they went up early, had the opening drive touchdown to Ron Thomas Jr. for a touchdown to make it 6-0. But then they allowed 20 straight points. And then ultimately they got that touchdown 26-yarder to Tim Patrick. But, and I hate analytics, but it is what it is. Both kickers have kind of been a bit inconsistent. Cam Little, who had a 70-yarder in preseason, after starting 6 for 6 in the first two games. Since then, he's been 4 of 7. And we know Josh Riccardi struggles as of late, but ultimately I'm going with the quarterback I trust more, and I like the that's the other thing. Yes, the Jags lead in turnovers, but I'm going with the Rams 24-20.